Have you ever imagined a place where the water glows with a soft magical light? A place where giant lily pads are big enough to serve as floating islands and the air hums with ancient secrets? This place is real, and it is called Croakmere. It is not just any swamp. It is a world brimming with enchantment, where every ripple in the water and every rustle of the reeds tells a story. The very mud here is infused with magic, making the flowers bloom in impossible colours and the fireflies dance in mesmerising patterns that can hypnotise anyone who stares for too long. This is a land where nature itself is alive and awake, watching over all who enter its misty borders with a curious and ancient intelligence. The magic of Croakmere is woven into everything. The tall, twisted mangrove trees have roots that drink directly from magical springs, causing their leaves to shimmer with a silvery sheen even when there is no moonlight. At night, the entire swamp comes alive in a breathtaking display of bioluminescence. Glowing fungi cast an ethereal blue and green light on the winding water paths, and strange, luminous flowers open their petals to the stars, releasing a sweet-smelling pollen that glitters like dust made of diamonds. This is a place of deep connection, where the plants and the water and the creatures all share a single powerful life force, a bond that makes the whole swamp feel like one giant breathing being. The air in Croakmere is thick with the scent of damp earth, sweet blossoms and something else, something ancient and mysterious. It is the smell of magic itself, a power that has seeped into the soil for thousands of years. You can feel it on your skin, a gentle tingle that promises adventure and whispers of forgotten times. The sounds of the swamp are a constant symphony of life. The low croak of unseen frogs, the gentle splash of a creature slipping into the water, and the soft, sighing whispers of spirits that drift through the hanging moss. Every corner of this enchanted wetland holds a new wonder, a hidden grove, or a secret spring waiting to be discovered by someone brave enough to look. Exploring Croakmere is like stepping into a living fairy tale. You might navigate your small skiff through a tunnel of glowing roots, or follow a path of luminous pebbles that leads to a hidden waterfall. The magic here is not just for show, it is a fundamental part of the world, influencing the weather, the growth of plants, and the very nature of the creatures who call this place home. You must be careful, for the swamp's magic can be as unpredictable as it is beautiful. A path that was there a moment ago might vanish, and a calm pool of water could suddenly begin to swirl with forgotten memories, showing visions of the past to those who gaze into its depths. The heart of Croakmere belongs to the Anurians, a proud and noble race of frogfolk who have lived in harmony with the swamp for generations. They are not simply frogs, they are intelligent beings who walk on two legs, build their homes in the hollows of great trees, and have a culture as deep and complex as the swamp itself. Anurians come in a dazzling array of colours, from bright emerald green to deep sapphire blue, with patterns on their skin that tell the story of their tribe and lineage. They are the sworn guardians of Croakmere, their lives dedicated to preserving the delicate balance between the magic of the land and the creatures that live within it, a sacred duty passed down through countless generations. Anurian society is divided into different tribes, each with its own special skills and purpose. The warrior tribes, with their strong limbs and sharp spears, patrol the swamp's borders, protecting their home from dangers that lurk in the shadows. Then there are the healers, who understand the secret properties of every glowing plant and magical fungus, brewing potent potions to mend wounds and cure sickness. Most mysterious of all are the mystics, who can listen to the whispers of the swamp's ancient spirit. They can commune with the magic of the water and the earth, foreseeing future events and interpreting the strange dreams that the swamp sometimes sends to its inhabitants. But the Anurians are not the only intelligent beings you will find in this magical land. Croakmere is also home to bogspawn, monstrous creatures born from the swamp's darker, untamed magic. These beasts can be terrifying, with tangled vines for limbs and glowing, malevolent eyes. They often lurk in the deepest, murkiest parts of the swamp, representing the wild and dangerous side of its nature. Not all are evil, but many are territorial and hostile, challenging any who dare to trespass in their domains. An Anurian warrior must always be ready to face a bogspawn, a constant reminder that the swamp's power can be both beautiful and deadly, a force to be respected. Beyond the bogspawn, there are other more enigmatic residents. Ancient swamp spirits, the lingering echoes of powerful beings from long ago, drift through the fog. Some are kind and helpful, guiding lost travelers with glowing orbs of light or sharing forgotten knowledge in soft, whispering voices. Others are mischievous or sorrowful, playing tricks on the unsuspecting, or wailing with a sadness that can chill you to the bone. And hidden away in secluded, moss-covered huts are the swamp witches, powerful magic users who draw their strength from Croakmere. Their intentions are often shrouded in mystery. Some may offer aid for a price, while others might be weaving dark spells that threaten the entire swamp. For as long as any Anurian can remember, the tribes have been united under the wise and powerful rule of King Croakus. He's a giant among his people, his skin the colour of aged gold, and his voice a deep, rumbling croak that could command the very waters of the swamp. King Croakus was more than just a ruler. He was the anchor of Croakmere, his life force deeply connected to the health and stability of the entire ecosystem. Under his guidance, the tribes lived in peace, and the swamp's magic remained in a harmonious balance, He was the protector, the judge, and the heart of the Anurian people, ensuring their prosperity and safety. But a great tragedy has befallen Croakmere. A mysterious curse, woven from the darkest of magics, has settled upon the king. He has not died, but has instead fallen into a deep, unbreakable slumber. He lies on a throne of woven reeds and glowing moss in the heart of the royal village, breathing slowly, lost in a dream from which no one can wake him. Without his conscious mind to guide it, the magic of the swamp has begun to run wild. The weather has become erratic, with sudden floods and strange-coloured fogs. The creatures are more aggressive, and the delicate balance that King Croakus maintained for centuries is beginning to crumble into chaos. With the king asleep, a power struggle has erupted among the Anurian tribes. Without his unifying presence, old rivalries and disagreements have resurfaced. Ambitious chieftains now argue over who should lead, with some believing a strong warrior must take control, while others insist that only a wise mystic can guide them through these dark times. The unity that made the Anurians strong is fracturing, and the tribes are beginning to drift apart, each focused on protecting their own territory, rather than the swamp as a whole. This division makes them vulnerable, an easy target for the dangers that are growing stronger in the shadows of the leaderless kingdom. The chaos is an open invitation for darker forces to take hold. The bog spawn are growing bolder, venturing closer to Anurian villages than ever before. Whispers in the reeds speak of a forgotten, malevolent entity, a dark god of decay and shadow that has been awakened by the king's slumber. This ancient evil feeds on chaos and fear, and it seeks to corrupt the heart of Croakmere, twisting its vibrant life into a realm of death and darkness. The curse on the king may have been just the first step in its sinister plan. The fate of the entire swamp now hangs by a thread, waiting for heroes to rise and face the growing storm. The future of this enchanted world is uncertain, and it is here that your adventure begins. Croakmere is in desperate need of heroes, and there are many paths you can take to help save it from the encroaching darkness. One of the most urgent quests is to find a way to break the curse that holds King Croakus in its grip. This journey might lead you deep into forbidden parts of the swamp, seeking out ancient ingredients for a counterspell, or perhaps confronting the very witch who cast it in the first place. Waking the king is the key to restoring balance, and any who succeed will be hailed as the greatest heroes in Anurian history. If unraveling a curse is not your path, perhaps you are destined to confront the growing evil directly. The dark god's influence is spreading like a disease, corrupting the land and twisting its creatures into monstrous versions of their former selves. A brave adventurer could seek out the source of this corruption, fighting through hordes of shadow-infused bog spawn and confronting the god's sinister champions. This is a perilous journey, one that requires immense courage and strength. You will need to rally the divided Anurian tribes, convincing them to unite against their common enemy before the shadows consume everything they hold dear and extinguish the swamp's light forever. For those who prefer discovery over direct conflict, the swamp itself holds countless secrets waiting to be uncovered. Long before the Anurians, other civilizations called Croakmere home, and their magical ruins are now scattered throughout the landscape, hidden by time and tangled vines. Exploring these forgotten temples and sunken cities could reveal powerful artifacts, lost knowledge, or clues to the swamp's deepest mysteries. These expeditions are filled with their own dangers, from magical traps and ancient guardians to haunting spirits who do not wish to be disturbed. Every discovery, however, could provide the key to saving Croakmere from its current plight. No matter which path you choose, your journey through Croakmere will be filled with wonder and excitement. You might witness the spectacular dance of the glowing frogs, a magical event that happens only once a year, or receive a cryptic prophecy from a friendly, shimmering spirit. As an Anurian, you may even discover your own unique powers, such as the ability to speak with plants or leap incredible distances. The swamp is alive, and it will respond to your actions. The hope for Croakmere now rests in the hands of adventurers like you. Will you answer the call, step into the whispering mists, and become a legend? The enchanted swamp is waiting,